Antifa? Imagine if you think Antifa is a... Oh, we're recording. Oh no.
My name's Bailey.
I'm Raza.
And this is Marching Into Madness. Monthly news roundup for September 2020. This week, we are going to be talking about... And then also, we're going to talk about...
I'm happy up in Apple Banners in Atlanta. Hey, this gonna be my dope.
The year for Lord 2020. Oh!
Trudeau is facing calls to end the sale of arms to Saudi Arabia as Canada is being called out for the first time after fueling the war in Yemen. A coalition from various human rights groups, arms control groups, and labor groups, including the Public Service Alliance of Canada, which is the biggest lobbying group for unions in the federal government, have all signed a letter together to stop JT selling arms to Saudi Arabia.
Like, why do we have a hard on for that?
I don't know, but Canada's sales have nearly doubled. The sales of light armored personnel vehicles was $14 billion alone. And the deal with the Saudis for this year?
For military equipment?
$2.9 billion. That's a whole lot. So now the Saudi and Arabians account for a total of 75% of Canada's military exports, not including the States.
Fighting in northern Pakistan has escalated. The tensions flare in the border region of Pashtun, which was a safe haven for years for rebels after the invasion of Pakistan, but they were removed in 2014. But since March of this year, the Al-Qaeda-linked Pakistani Taliban is facing the risk of losing their home on the Afghani side of the border. September saw more attacks than any other time of the year, with more roadside bombs, sniper attacks, and ambushes. Between January and July, 67 attacks happened, killing 109 people since the fighting began.
That hurts. Prepare yourselves. Two cis dudes about to be talking about women's rights, okay? Mansplaining at its finest. A Supreme Court powerhouse, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, passed away last month at the age of 87. The feminist icon has been front and center for many white feminista issues. She served 27 years in the Supreme Court and was fighting for women's rights since the 70s. Her radical approach saw RBG become a bastion of liberated women everywhere by the tender age of 80. Although she created many progressive policies to support civil liberties, we want to emphasize dearly that the scope she used to create these interrupting the civil rights thing, Raza. So her issue here is her death shook up all the skeletons in that closet. All the women's rights that she fought so hard for may be in jeopardy again due to her untimely passing. During his presidency, Obama tried to get her to retire, but she wouldn't. Now, Trump is in power and he can give a senator with extreme views a lifetime gig. Thanks, RBG.
Well, we finally did it. We got rid of it. We thought we did it again. Earlier this month, Trump followed up on his promise of getting rid of TikTok, thinking he could actually get people to stop talking about it by removing it from the App Store in the States. Gen Z has just discovered what a VPN is. Good for fucking them. ByteDance, the company that published the app, is in talks with an American company to get bought. This wasn't the first time the sale of the app was talked about. Earlier this summer, tech giant Microsoft was in talks to buy the app. Now rumors have it that Walmart is gonna buy the app. But with China cracking down and ByteDance uninterested in a complete sale, nothing has happened of that sale. However, Commerce officials say the order could be reversed if the government needed it to be. The department said the actions to buy TikTok will protect the US citizens from having their data breached, and it'll also bring the functionality out more. TikTok has 10 million users, and most of them are kids. China be spying on your kitties. Wu-Tang is definitely not for the children. Also, there's more to the story, so please stick around or just skip that specific part.
If you like outdoor shit, well, I don't know if you're gonna like it or not because I'm not sure what to make out of this news myself. It's a little sad. Mountain Equipment Co-op, MEC for all you hippies, has been sold. A Los Angeles-based firm called Kingswood Capital Management has bought the majority ownership of the company, which was formerly customer-owned.
Which I did not know about. That's a cool thing. I did not actually know about it.
MEC was founded in Vancouver in 1971 and has 22 stores across Canada with more than 5 million members who thought they were participating in a co-op program.
Damn.
It's just sad to see
pyramid scheme.
in this era of change, another bastion of alternative business models have failed to the immense pressures of shitty capitalism.
What do you think about when you hear the term blue moon? Well, if you said the moon is blue, well, congrats, you're an idiot. Not stupid, just an idiot. It has actually two different meanings. One that is less confusing. It means it's the second moon of the two full moons that appear in 1 month. The first one happened in 2018. The second meaning is there's 3 or 4 moons that happen during a season, and it's estimated to happen in August of next year. So why are we talking about this? Well, since you're gonna see this in October. Well, this Halloween, a blue moon will appear. This is why we explained this already. Again, if you thought the moon was blue, just stop watching the show because your parents are so proud of you.
At the United States Navy Strike Fighter Tactics Instructor Program, SFTI, also known as Top Gun. You heard that right? Top fucking gun. Students and faculty members must drop $5 whenever they refer to or talk about or quote the hunky Tom Cruise or the movie in their program. The reason? The SFTI likes to think it's a professional military institution. Like they're not on the beach every weekend playing volleyball.
Which I thought they
tarps
were.
Off.
Yeah.
Totally accurate movie.
I know. Damn. The head of the Public Health Agency of Canada has resigned. Tina, I'm not going to say that last name, is stepping down after only being on the job for 18 months. Under her watch, the global health community complained that their early warnings of COVID were ignored by FAC, the Public Health Agency of Canada. One of the groups critiquing her work is called the Group Public Health Intelligence Network, a federal government-run monitoring analysis unit and alerts senior officials to health risks around the globe by compiling media reports about intelligence and other outbreaks. When they come to you, you listen.
Yes, bots. So Venus is a part of Russia now, cause fuck it. Earlier this year, the Russian Space Agency confirmed that they have found microbes on the surface of Venus that, as far as they are aware, can only be produced by living creatures. Following this up, NASA announced an abundance of fresh water that could support alien life, which is
pretty big deal,
yeah. Shit. So normally we'd be interested, but if 2020 told us anything, shit hits different this year.
Oh.
Remember that crazy uncle you had who bought property on the moon and bragged about how ballin' he was gonna be? That's Russia right now, but with Venus, claiming that their stakes go all the way back to the 70s. So my little extra tidbits. Yeah, go ahead, they get that stopped.
Pause.
Wait for that. And there we go. It is another thing of Western propaganda, because I did my Googles.
Where's the camera?
I did my Googles, and what people didn't know when I was reading about this Venus thing the whole time, that we got Elon over here and this space race to go to Mars.
Yeah.
That's been Russia's thing the whole time. They've been racing to go to Venus.
Oh.
Yeah, they've been trying to, the way we think about Mars, the Russians have been treating Venus that way for time.
Oh.
So it's also a little bit hypocritical of us go on our end, because what do you mean? It's if Russia was no, Mars, life on Mars is ours now. We're gonna be yeah, what the hell? So it's one of those turn the tables because we were fed Western propaganda.
And now they're, I see what
so they're just yeah, what do you mean? We've been doing this for decades.
That's funny. It's like saying they want to go to the moon. Oh no, we want to go to the moon, and they were already thinking about Mars, and then looking at our moon and be that's stupid.
Because it's Venus is one closer than Mars. So we went to
Is it?
Yeah, so we're gonna go study Mars.
Yeah.
And they went, we're gonna go study Venus. So it's like we're being Western days.
So it's like we all have Mars on. Mars is
for Elon.
Mars is going to be a democratic run society, and Karl Marxism is going to be in fucking Venus.
Yeah.
All right. I want to go to Venus.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I come down to Venus is actually cool on the surface. I've been there in Destiny too. It's actually really cool.
It's like a fiery water, isn't it?
It's like
really
there's
hot water.
flat lands and stuff. There's like grass. It's really accurate. 100%. 100%.
Definitely.
But Mars is like a virgin desert, whereas Venus is Chad.
Yeah, but you can grow potatoes on Mars.
With moisture. We just did a story about how they discovered water on fucking.
I know, but I don't think Matt Damon could do it on Venus. I don't think he's Russian enough.
That's true. Only Karl. You know Karl Marx's body is suspended in animation still. It's still like not decomposed.
Yeah, it's that creepy one in the cabinet.
I fucking love that shit.
Why?
We're gonna do that for like JT. I guarantee.
Oh god.
All right. So done.
Yeah.
No, but this story could have been told like very point out. A news roundup wouldn't be anything without our monthly whale news.
And give it to us concise.
Because in 2018, a report came out that a killer whale carried her dead baby on her back for 2 weeks straight. This is a sad tale highlighting an interesting trait that's only found in killer whales, where they take their calf on their back and they just take them across the ocean for no fucking reason. By now, the very same whale is spotted back in U.S. waters and a Strait de Fuca with a new calf by her side, according to the Center of Whale Research based in Washington. And the calf is in good shape, thankfully. The killer whale named J35 previously carried her dead calf across the Pacific Ocean in what scientists call a tour of grief. The calf named J57 is a sign of hope for an endangered species with a dwindling population.
Funny, would you have known all those facts otherwise, pal? So, technology. Microsoft has been running a data center about 117 feet deep in the water off of Scotland.
Where killer whales are, by the way.
They got it out, cleaned it up, dust their shoulders off, and apparently it works better than expected. Take that, Steve Jobs!
Look down when you say that.
Down?
Yeah.
The data centers, they're typically built in like strictly temperature controlled buildings to control the like massive amounts of servers from overheating. Instead of like building a complicated ass building, they use the world's largest source of water cooling, the goddamn ocean. Now, before submerging the data center, Microsoft filled the 40-foot pod with dry nitrogen, which is less corrosive than oxygen due to its moisture percentages. And it also allowed the engineers working on the things to not bump into shit because there ain't no cables. Mm-hmm. So, the added benefit to this is that like coastal countries and like people near water can get better internet.
So, by the way.
And it can go incognito. And in this particular instance, off of the Hackney Islands in Scotland, they're using only experimental green technologies to like power the whole thing. So fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, Scotland. Remember that TikTok shit I was talking about earlier? Well, tech giant Oracle and world giant Walmart hope to join forces like the fucking Power Rangers to secure 20% of a new stake called Tik Tok Global, creating an entirely separate new entity and basing it in the United States. 4 of the company's 5 board members would be Americans, Oracle and Walmart. The 5th person is likely to be from ByteDance and the TikTok founder Zhang Yaming. ByteDance confirmed the statement that TikTok's global board includes the founder and the CEO of Walmart. It's going to be a new company, sort of, but unregistered as a multinational corporation in the States rather than a China-based company. Take that!
Like Walmart wasn't already making that China money.
Yeah.
The deal to buy TikTok is projected to cost about $5 billion USD. And our boy down south has also promised to set up an education fund following the purchase. But that's not all he wants. Daddy gotta see some cheddar.
Daddy gotta see something.
Trudeau stated there's going to be a very large fund set up, he said. And that's the contribution we've all been asking for. Following the statement up, Trump alluded to the federal government receiving their, quote, cut of the deal. Oracle plans on taking only 12.5% of the shares, while Walmart is taking 7.5%. And with Microsoft included, the split is like a bit skeptical. So the issue is TikTok was worth $60 billion US dollars, but the offering they're only giving them now is $12 billion
for the
worth of shares. So however, these numbers can likely change on the daily because the stock market is only for rich people, and let's hope the big man doesn't get too started watching the news, because who knows, maybe he's canceling Gmail soon. Remember watching Heart Attack growing up? While the former host Neil Buchanan is being accused of being the famous street artist Banksy.
You know.
I think it's possible. Tape a banana to the wall. So
Yeah.
rumors of his supposed alter ego have appeared to be one that started when Banksy's artwork started appearing in the towns that Buchanan's former band was playing in. The rogue artist Banksy has hidden his identity for several years, and given Neil's clear love of the arts, it does kind of make sense. But as quickly as you start to think about it all, the internet decided to flood Neil's CSS era website with shitty, hateful comments. But unfortunately for us, Neil confirmed on his website with a statement saying that this is untrue. My heart breaks. Funny enough, they took an L at the same time, stating, unfortunately, this website does not have the infrastructure to answer all of these inquiries individually.
No!
However, we can confirm that there is no truth behind the rumor whatsoever.
Oh no. So imagine you're the main star of the Fast and Furious movies. You're being a blind badass in Riddick and even Triple X. Now imagine you do all of that and then say, fuck it, I'm gonna start singing now. Well, guess who did that? Mark Sinclair, Vinny D, Vin Diesel. It's definitely a great choice. The actor debuted his pop song Feels Like I Do on the Kelly Clarkson Show, which she exists still.
New single dropping today, check this out.
Kelly, I am so honored to be able to debut my music on your show, because you, since you first won Idol, until today have somehow maintained your authenticity. I am blessed that on a year that I would normally be on a movie set, and as you know, that's not possible. I've had another creative outlet, another way to show you or share with you my heart. And to that end, one of the people that first believed in me was Kygo. So I am now going to debut the first song on Kygo's label, Feels Like I Do.
And my God, white people cannot dance. I'm sorry, but y'all can. It sounds like a summer song. We would play it here, but we don't want to get sued, so Google it. But I'm sure it sounds like this.
So Vin Diesel, his voice wasn't that bad. Like,
It sounded like him.
I think if he took like vocal training, it could be good. I was surprised. As I was listening to it, I was like ready to hop on the hate train. I was like, it would be so whack. I was like, I still don't like it, but there's like actually something here. Like I thought it was just gonna be I thought it was gonna be Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, he actually at least like paid an engineer and
Yeah, well.
made good, like some not good, but cohesive.
He's using his Fast and Furious money to like go because he knows it's gonna end.
Oh yeah.
So he's just like, I want to make money elsewhere.
Paris Hilton has showed us anything, and Pauly D, for fuck's sake.
Pauly D, yeah.
The only way to stay relevant forever is to be a DJ.
Yeah.
And make mad money.
Is that gonna happen to us?
I hope so. Microsoft has bought the parent company of Bethesda, ZeniMax. The makers behind the Elder Scrolls series, aka the Skyrim fam, the Ultimate Classic Doom, Wolfenstein, and more. Okay, I get it, Microsoft, we can run Doom on that. All right? So the deal is worth at least $7.5 billion and is the second biggest deal in gaming history. The first was when Microsoft bought Mojang, the makers of Minecraft, for $2.5 billion, all the way back in 2014. The deal means the entire catalog of Bethesda games are coming to Xbox's live gaming subscription service, Game Pass.
No.
Additionally, it could mean even more exclusives from the studio for PC and for Xbox.
Sony's crying, oh god, Sony's crying, oh god.
However, Xbox head and my dad and your dad or somebody's dad, Phil Spencer, said that they're gonna leave ZeniMax alone. Our plan is to leave it alone, Spencer said. ZeniMax is an amazing track record of great games, and our goal is to make ZeniMax be the best ZeniMax they can be.
My dad said that about me, and look how I turned out. Xbox and PlayStation have both announced prices and release dates for their respective consoles. Both consoles makers have announced budget versions of their consoles as well. If I say console one more time, my brain's out. The Xbox Series S, which is the all-digital one, and it won't take your discs, it'll cost you about 349 Canadian dollars. And an all-digital version of PS5, which will run you $499. Both have normal versions of the consoles, which are like $599 and $699 respectively. What is the difference, he says? Sony is more expensive, but it has more games in its libraries, however, it has less features. The Xbox Series S won't be able to play games that are optimized for the Xbox One X, but the Series X will be able to. Confused, right? Great. Both the S and the X, Series X and X are backwards compatible. However, the PS5 can only do a select few PS4 games. Both consoles will allow free upgrades, so you can buy a game on the older console and upgrade it to the newer one for free. Sony has been a bitch scat about this, whereas Microsoft has been somewhat clear. So do your research before you buy any brand new games out there, folks.
Because you might be just getting ripped off. Like, they'll sell you it, you're gonna buy the new console, and they're gonna be like, new one, please. And that's how it's gonna go. This is how it works.
Sony is gonna drag you into the next gen, whether you like it or not. That's how it is gonna be.
Ideally.
Yeah.
But
Microsoft is gonna slowly chloroform you into next gen. I love turkey, but I hate the whole. Isn't our Thanksgiving different though?
it's just they're different times a year.
No. Yeah, thankfully we're alive because we decimated the entire.
Yeah, good thing we stripped the land bare and plowed it.
And then did bad things, so they can't.
Good thing you brought that smallpox over with you, honey. We were able to move it down the block.
Thankfully, we had those disease-ridden things come from Europe, man. Y'all are disgusting. Off topic. How the fuck we got here? So do you want to close it off?
Subscribe. Click the button. Click the bell. Share it with your friends. This is our monthly news roundup. It's how we hook you in. It's how we
get that money out of you.
Reel the shit on the reels on Instagram.
We milk our viewers for everything they're worth.
If you want otherwise, we just put out a feature episode, As Long as the World Didn't Collapse, about digital rights management and how you really don't own shit.
And that one is actually
good.
I'm personally speaking, is one of my favorite ones that I did.
Cool.
And stuff. I don't know about him, but I enjoyed looking and researching and stuff like that.
So you do that, right? So what you like the gaming news here, you go check that out, you're gonna learn even more. From there, you feel like hearing us bitch or rant or babble on, we've got a podcast, which is usually about an hour long, us talking about some shit. We've got Discord, link below. We got Instagram for Bebe, gnarly _media down there. We've got
my Instagram, something, I'll be down there.
And in the link below, the t-shirt here is the same human that made the fucking little
logo.
Show them some love.
Them. Show them some love. Show them some love. Yeah.
There you go.
Word. And then and also our Instagram, marching. What is it? Marching underscore or something?
Yeah.
Marching underscore into underscore madness.
Yeah.
That is our new Instagram. Patreon coming soon.
Yep.
We gotta figure that one out.
And streaming.
And streaming, we're gonna figure that one out for sure. Yeah. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Thank you for our month anniversary, by the way, is coming up. Or sorry, a year anniversary.
Yeah, even though we didn't make a year's worth of content, but still.
We technically kind of did from October to
I guess.
October, not a year. So that's coming up. We may do something special. Who knows?
We'll see.
We'll see. October is going to be a crazy month. Bye.
It's great. Remember that? That's what I read. Like.
Okay, thanks, Chief. Okay, thanks for allowing me to.
I'm the water doctor. I should have shaved today, though. Fuck.
When they come to you, you listen.
I will just stop finishing coffee.
It's gonna smell real soon.
It's okay. I want a cigarette. Do you want to smoke weed before the podcast? Or no?
Sure, I'm down.
All right, that's weird.
Wait, look.